A woman tries to sit in a van with her child. A rude girl there does not let her sit. The woman says, "Please let me sit. Everything is heavy because I have my child." The rude girl says, "My health is not good. My legs hurt. Your baby is crying. Everyone stay quiet. I don't like this noise in the morning." A girl sitting at the back calls her and says, "Come here. There is a lot of space." The rude girl says, "Stay quiet. I have to go for a job interview." The driver says, "Madam, are you coming?" The rude girl says, "I will pay you extra." The driver says, "Be quiet. Miss, do you want to go?" The kind girl says, "I will give you my seat." The rude girl says, "Don't interfere. We have to go for an interview. If we get late, it will be your fault." She angrily closes the van door. The mother says, "You should take me too. Everything is heavy, and I also have a job interview today." But the van leaves. The rude girl says, "I am happy I reached on time and that girl could not come. Today I will become the respected administrator of the company." The other girl says, "You should be ashamed. That woman had a child. You should have some kindness." The rude girl says, "Kindness will not get you a job. This position is mine, so don't waste your time." The other girl says, "You have no sympathy. If you think you can be a good leader, you are wrong." The rude girl says, "I deserve this job. No one forced her to have a child." The other girl says, "That is not an excuse. You were rude to her. You don't know what she is going through. You even stopped her from getting on the van so she couldn't find a job." The rude girl says, "If she didn't take the van, she can walk. Don't speak where you are not asked." The other girl says, "You have no heart. In life, you have to answer for everything." The rude girl says, "Why are you supporting her? Do you even know her?" The other girl says, "If someone is looking for a job, it is because of need, not choice." The rude girl goes to the office. She sees money on the table and becomes happy. She puts the money in her bag and says, "What a nice welcome for the new administrator." She sees a watch, picks it up and wears it. Meanwhile, the mother arrives there. She says, "My child is sick. The worst thing is I had to walk." The kind girl says, "I am sorry. I wanted to give you my seat, but that woman was very rude." The mother says, "Don't worry. It wasn't your fault. Nowadays, many people have no kindness. I was just worried about my child." The rude girl thinks the job is hers and goes to sign the contract. Both other women also enter the office. The rude girl says, "What are you doing here? I told you not to come." The mother says, "Why are you treating me like this? We don't even know each other." The other girl says, "Do you think you are the boss?" The rude girl says, "Be quiet. This position is mine. I am better than all of you." The mother says, "So this is how people are treated in my own company?" The other girl says, "This company is yours." She says, "Yes, this is my company. I built it with hard work. I want to spend time with my child and I know what I am doing." A man enters and says, "Welcome." The rude girl says, "You were the driver. Call the owner. I want to talk." He says, "Now I will introduce you to the owner." A woman comes inside. She says, "I am Diana Ruiz, the owner of this company." He says, "This was all a test. We wanted to see who deserves this position. You two are better. I've been working here for 6 years." The owner says, "I don't need people like you. Leave." The man says, "Return the money you took. There are cameras everywhere. The truth is clear." The rude girl returns the money and watch and says, "I don't want this job."